Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Castillo. I'm one of the assistant band directors here at Stafford. I am also the percussion instructor, so hello to the percussion parents. The last song you just heard was called Macarena. The next song we have up for you is called Chin Shoe Stone Army. Thank you. Again, that last song you just heard was Chin Shoe Stone Army. Before we go on to our final selection, I'd like to thank a couple of people, the superintendent, the principals, and the fine arts director, Ms. Rodriguez, and ultimately parents. Thank you for providing these wonderful students. Give yourselves an applause for that. Thank you so much. I do have a couple of awards for the most outstanding students in their classes. So as I call their name, they're just going to stand up. And if you could applaud for them for a little bit. Our outstanding 7th grader is Haley Arias. And our outstanding 8th grader is Judith Quintero. Again, these students went to competition this past semester, and they did get an excellent rating, so these are these awards that you see up there. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause for their excellent rating. The last piece we have for you is called Overdrive. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you, and welcome to the symphonic band portion of the concert. My name is Mr. Chung, and I'm the director of this band. The piece you just heard was Plaza de Toros, which was one of the pieces we played for UIL, where they were awarded a first division rating from the judges. So if you give them a round of applause for their award. I also wanted to award a couple students up here for our most outstanding 7th grader and 8th grader, respectively. It is Valeria Santana Miguel, and Kimberly Mejia. This next piece is called Dark Star. Thank you. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Your support for this program is immeasurable, and we wouldn't be able to do anything without you guys. So to all the parents that are out there, teachers, administrators, school board members, thank you so much for your support. As a reminder, if your student is up here on stage, please pick them up from the warm-up room where they were dropped off so that they can either go home with you guys or come enjoy the rest of the concert. This last piece is called The Tempest. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Mr. Wirtz, and I'm the head middle school band director and the director of the honors band and the high school symphonic band. The first piece we played for you tonight was entitled Dragonstone. Our first two pieces we are performing, we also performed at our UIL contest a few weeks ago. At UIL, this band received a superior rating on both the concert and in sight reading. Give them a round of applause. Before we play our next piece, I would like to recognize our most outstanding 7th and 8th graders from Honors Band. These two students have consistently practiced throughout the year and have excelled at their instruments. Our most outstanding 7th grader is Henrich de la Cruz. And our most outstanding 8th grader is Tristan Flores. Our next piece will be Sea Song Trilogy. Thank you. On behalf of all the band directors, I would also like to thank our administration, our middle school principals, our school board, our band boosters, and the parents of these students that have performed for you tonight. Without your support, we would not be the band program we are today. As a reminder, parents, please pick up your students after their performance, and if you're able, please stick around and listen to the high school bands perform. Finally, our last piece will be How to Train Your Dragon.
Hello, good evening. My name is Scott Reichling. I am one of the officers with the Stafford Band Booster Club, and I have with me Samantha Alvarez and Gabby Peralta. They're also officers. We are parent volunteers who come alongside the band to provide support to our kids. This year we provided around 2,500 snacks and water bottles to our kids as we chaperone 4 football games, 3 marching competitions, and 1 football playoff game. We provided mums for senior night. We fed kids, sold concessions at the middle school all-region competition, hosted the father-daughter dance fundraiser, plus many other activities. Thank you, parents, for stepping up alongside us. If you have helped pack, pull an instrument, chaperone, sell something, or anything else, and you've helped us, can you stand and can we just acknowledge your help for the band? And our next, as I said, we provide support the band. Well, our next band booster meeting is this Monday. If you'd like to join us and help out, it'll just be we're going to be voting on some stuff to help the band for the fall for the marching season. Please come join us. Lastly, the reason we're really up here is we're here to announce senior scholarships, and I've got Samantha and Gabby here, and they're going to introduce our scholarship recipients for this year.
Hello, good evening. So we had a lot of applicants, and we chose 7 applicants of all the applications that we got. So we score them by their essays and their letter of recommendation. So if you have kids next year, encourage them to do this because they get money for school. So the winners for the $500 recipients is, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this name, Chinichiram Okapara, Christian Hoyle, and Gabriela Ramos. And the $250 recipients is Adrian Espinosa, Jordan Washington, Jacob Douglas, and Nico Cavasas. So give them all a round of applause. They will get their money on Friday, their little certificate and stuff. They can't come out here because they're getting ready, but this is, so again, encourage your kids next year because the more we have a lot to give away and we'd love to give it away. So again, round of applause for those kids. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Check. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Schrader, and I'm the band director for Stafford High School Concert Band. What you just heard was Fire Dance by Douglas Akey. Our next piece we will play for you is Zigzag by Sean O'Laughlin, a personal favorite of ours. Please enjoy. Before we close out our portion of the concert, I would like to take a moment to recognize our seniors for their time here at Stafford. Seniors, when I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Madison Dallas. Sofia Gonzalez. Zaida Lazo. Abigail Mendoza. Enrique Rodriguez. Angelica Villatoro. Natalie Villatoro. And Jordan Washington. One more big round of applause for our seniors. Our last piece that we will play for you tonight is Armory by Randall Standridge. Please enjoy. Thank you, baby.
Thank you. The piece we just played was entitled Squirrel Chase. The first two pieces we're performing tonight are both pieces we took to our UIL contest, where we received a superior rating on both the stage and sight reading performance. Give them a round of applause. Our next piece will be Afterburn Relaunch. Before we play our final piece, I would like to recognize our seniors for their 7 years of hard work in our band program. Seniors, when I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Sarah Thompson. Baron Gonzalez. Nico Cavazos. Alejandro Martinez. Alexa Parata. Jacqueline Saldana. Gabriela Ramos, Madeline Lear, Camille Savage, Christian Pena, Josiah Jernigan, Eileen Sanchez, Kennedy Bozeman, Chinetrium Opara, and Kenya Ramos. I would also like to thank our administration, our high school principals, our school board, our band boosters, and the parents of all these students that have performed for you tonight. Please enjoy our final piece, The Incredibles.
The piece that the wind ensemble just played was called Amparito Roca. It was one of our UIL pieces that we played this year at UIL. The band you see here went to UIL this year, made straight ones on stage and in sight reading, and this is the 16th year in a row that the Stafford High School Band has consecutive sweepstakes. So at this time, I want to get all the thank yous and everything out of the way so we can play our last two pieces for you. We thank you, number one, for being here tonight. I'd like to thank my wife and my kids for allowing me to do what I do. I've done this. This is my 27th year teaching. My 21st year here at Stafford, and no, I am not retiring this year, but soon. So I thank SMSD, the teachers, administration for all the support. Stafford has 6 band programs. We're the only 4A band in this region that takes 6 bands to contest every year. And so it's not just by ourselves. It's because the administration supports programs like you see here. Thank you to school board, our band boosters that behind the scenes help raise money, help get the kids on the buses on Friday nights. If you've never helped, show up to a booster meeting starting in August and sign up to help to ride the buses, help at games. We always need a lot of help. Thank for the city of Stafford for allowing us to use this venue here. We have an agreement with the Stafford, and they allow us to use this beautiful facilities every year, and we hope that this continues year after year. At this time, I'd like to announce our seniors. But before we announce the seniors, we have a senior with us tonight. We have a process called the All-State process to where they try out for region band. And we had all the people who made region stand up. All of y'all who made region, stand up. If y'all made region band. If y'all made region band, stand up. Go ahead. Have a seat. Now, those who made and went to area, stand up. If you went to area. Now, if you made it past area, stay standing. So, Caitlin Galvan Torres, no, you don't get to sit down yet. She made it all the way to state. State means you compete against the best of the best, and then you get to play with the best of the best in San Antonio. She had a great trip to San Antonio, 4 days, great food, and a beautiful concert that you can find on atssb.org. It's a free concert you can download on Spotify. And she played with some of the best. This is the second All-Stater we've had in Stafford. The last All-Stater was 10 years ago. And this doesn't just happen by mistake. This happens because you practice, you put in the time, you put in the effort, and it's a great reward. It's a great thing she can put on any resume. It's a great thing that she can say is, I was the only second All-Stater in the history of Stafford. So she has made history, and her hard work and dedication has been great. And she's also going to state next week in UIL Academics. So it shows, you can do it all. You can be a band, you can do academics, you can do everything else and still be successful. And I will tout the horn. Thank you very much, Caitlin. So, and I tell them, I said, you can do everything and still be top 10%. We have 60% of the top 10% in band this year. We usually every year have either the salutatorian or valedictorian in band, and we have a trumpet player who is valedictorian this year of his high school band, of high school. Stand up, sir. Adrian Espinoza is one of our seniors, and he is valedictorian of Stafford High School. So at this time, as I call your name, these are our seniors. They've spent 7 years in our band program. We thank them for everything they've done because 7 years is a long time. And they'll look back, in another 7 years and go, oh, that was just a flash of my eyes. They're not going to realize how much they miss high school. Now they're like, oh, I want to get out. I want to get out. I don't like high school. And every time I see a senior after about 7 or 8 years, they go, I miss high school. So I don't, but they might. So here we go. First senior, Haziel Gregoria. Sarah Ajay. Stay standing. Haziel. Y'all stay standing. Caitlin Galvan Torres. Christian Hoyle. Zion Gowdy. Juan Orojo. Jeremy Chan. Brad Martinez. Zelvin Aguilar Garcia. Geraldo Arizoka. Jalicia Salinas. Jose Martinez. Adrian Espinoza. Joseph Doyle. Ariana Ford. Jacob Douglas. If y'all sit down so they can see the percussionist. And our two percussionists are Jasmine Areola and Steve Samuel. Our next two pieces that we're going to play, this is the last time I'm going to speak tonight, first one is called Music for the Darkened Theater. It's from the film scores of Danny Elfman. I'm sure you will recognize a lot of the pieces. And then our last song is called Vesuvius. Vesuvius is probably the hardest work this band has ever done to date. All music is graded between a 1 and a 6, and this is a grade 5. For UIL, we only have to do a grade 3. And this year we decided, the seniors are like, oh, we read Vesuvius our freshman year. We want to play it. I was like, no, we don't. And then we passed it out, and they could actually play it. So we worked and worked, went to UIL, did great at UIL. Mount Vesuvius portrays a volcano, and you'll hear the delicacy of a volcano and how from a distance, it's just the beauty of the volcano. And then all of a sudden, the thunderous mountain rain of ash coming upon you. It's a great piece. It's a long piece, so please stay tight. It's about a 10-minute piece. It's probably the longest piece we've ever done, but it's a great piece of work, and it's by Frank Tekeli. So we hope you enjoy Music for the Darkened Theater and Vesuvius. Thank y'all very much for being here. Thank you for all the support you give to this band program, and y'all have a very, very safe trip home. Thank you.